Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, a daily shot of startup funding and investing. In raising funding, a prototype is invaluable. Here are some reasons why investors fund projects that have a prototype. The prototype demonstrates you can build it. It gives you a tool to engage customers. Prototypes help you define the product better by observing how the customer interacts with it. And prototypes help validate the market and customer acceptance of the product. Prototypes help build a better financial forecast as the cost to build and maintain the product becomes more accurate. Prototypes help recruit team members who can see the vision of the company coming to life in the product. And prototypes help define the intellectual property better. Prototypes also help recruit partners, suppliers, and contractors. And many startups skip the prototype phase and go straight to building the first product. This can be challenging as the cost to build a final product is much greater than a prototype and therefore requires more funding. Consider these reasons in planning your product launch strategy with a prototype. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.